Christ.
Let me begin by jumping to the end of the parable before going back to the details of Jesus' beautiful teaching. We ask ourselves, bakit naman hindi pinagbuksan? Bumili na nga yung mga foolish virgins ng kanilang oil. Humabol na nga sila, hindi nga lang nakahabol. So, saan pa ba sila pupunta? Doon sa wedding banquet. Bakit nung kumatok sila, hindi na sila pinagbuksan? Now we go back to understanding the culture. The wedding rituals and customs of the Jews would have the bridegroom fetch his wife, have a celebration, and later bring his wife into his home. So dati, ang responsable doon sa dalaga ay ang kanyang tatay o yung tumatayong padre de pamilya ng kanilang angkan. When someone is given into marriage, she now becomes the responsibility. She now is under the care of her husband. Ang tatayong padre de pamilya ng kanyang magiging pamilya at ng kanyang sarili ay ang kanyang asawa. So all this would start with the bridegroom fetching his wife. Now, it seems the bridegroom in Jesus' story was delayed. But there is no worry kasi ritually and physically nakahanda naman ang mga sasalubong sa kanya. Bakit ko sinabing nakahanda? Well, outside the city walls, wala nang kasiguraduhan ang safety. Andyan yung mga tulisan, andyan yung mga pinalayas dahil may sakit, baka mahawa ang buong komunidad, andyan yung hindi kilala, the strangers, those who are to be doubted, the thieves are there. At kapag dumidilim, mas lalong nagiging peligro ang buhay labas ng walled cities. So the bridegroom was delayed, and it was crucial for these young ladies to meet the bridegroom with lights. There will be men, but the men will be those who are bringing arms for protection of the entourage of the bridegroom. Crucial yung ilaw because it will light the path and it will discourage evil elements from ruining the marriage, or at least the marriage ritual, marriage rite. So dumating ang bridegroom at may announcement. The foolish virgins were pleading to the wise, bigyan nyo naman kami ng oil. But the wise know na kapag kalagitnaan ng biyahe, naubusan sila ng ilaw, that will be an unfortunate occurrence and motivation para yung mga tulisan, yung mga bad elements, sunggaban kung anumang regalo ang meron ang bridegroom. And so the wise virgin said, no, we need the light, go and buy for yourselves. So while those who are stupid went to buy oil, the remaining 5 fulfilled their crucial role at nagampanan nilang dalhin a company na may ilaw ang groom papunta sa bahay ng pagdiriwang. In the middle of the celebration, kumakatok yung 5 na hindi nakabili ng oil. This is dangerous. Dahil humiwalay sila, pwede silang kunin ng mga masasamang elemento, they make them hostage, and they will now try to go in the locked doors. And the doors are locked for a reason. You keep bad elements of darkness out of the celebration. Baka mamaya gusto nilang sirain yung marriage, baka mamaya gusto nilang magnakaw doon sa pagdiriwang. And so, the foolish virgins were not allowed entry. Why? Because their mistake could compromise the whole thing. Because their unwillingness to admit a truth can be dangerous for the whole celebration. Dear brothers and sisters, a few days ago, a great man died, Bishop Oscar Cruz. And I have been following his homilies, his teachings. I have subscribed to his blogs dahil napaka-dunong niya. One of the most powerful lessons I learned from this great man is this. Sabi niya, truth in all its nakedness and simplicity is power in itself. Ang katotohanan, hindi mo kailangang palamutian, hindi mo kailangang dagdagan, hindi mo kailangang baguhin. Truth in all its simplicity is power in itself. The 5 foolish virgins did not want to admit a mistake. And it could have ruined everything. We all make mistakes. We all find ourselves in sometimes a web of lies. We all have shortcomings. But the way to proceed beyond mistakes, beyond shortcomings, beyond unfortunate instances is to embrace truth in all its simplicity. It is powerful. Augustine was in search of truth, and it brought him to various places. It brought him to various encounters with various people. But when faith finally caught up with him, ang sabi ni Augustine, mali pala yung tanong ko. Hindi kung paano ko matatanggap ang katotohanan, kundi kaakibat niyan, kanino ko masasandalan ang may katotohanan. And faith, an encounter of reason with faith, allowed the conversion of Augustine. So once again, dear brothers and sisters, in the words of the great man Oscar V. Cruz, truth in all its simplicity is power in itself. We may have had mistakes, we may have had failures, we may have had falsehoods. But going beyond requires a humble submission to the simplicity, to the purity, to the power of truth. Let us all stand.